I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to give you some tips and answer some questions over the EC-6 content exam. So let's get started. What is the EC-6 content exam? It's basically a test that certifies you to be a teacher. It's one of the steps that is mandatory that you have to take in order to be an actual teacher. What are you tested on? So on the EC-6 content exam, you're tested on 5 subjects: mathematics, science, social studies, fine arts, and ELAR. How long is the test? The test is 5 hours, but keep in mind that each section is timed. I don't know the exact time for each section. I may put it in the video somewhere or in the description box below, but each section is timed. You can take the exam up to 5 times. I think after the 5th time you have to take different steps in order to take the test again. So don't be that person. You're going to pass on the first time, so don't even think about having to take it the 5th time. You're going to pass the first time, I promise. The exam, I guess it just really depends on who you are. The things I may find easy, you may find hard. The things I may find hard, you find easy. So it really just depends on who you are as a person and what you're good at and what the areas that are kind of challenging for you. So when I took the exam, I felt like the ELAR section was like from a 1 to 5, it was a 3. Like, it was everything that I expected. Like, I expected them to go in depth over like phonological and phonemic awareness and all that. So definitely take the time out to study, because if you don't, you will not pass the ELAR part. You really have to know your vocabulary words. You need to know everything that is ELAR, because it's the foundation of teaching in general. Mathematics was definitely a 5, because math has never been my favorite subject, and I've never really just been confident in math due to previous education experiences, but it was hard to me. Honestly, it was a 5. I was really shooken up. I was shooketh when I took the math part. Social studies was I give social studies a 4. I thought the social studies part was going to be kind of easy, but it was actually like hard. Like, it was a lot of straight to the point, matter of fact questions on the social studies part, which I did not expect, but it was there. So take the time out to just study everything. Any type of social studies resource you can find, study it, because social studies is very complex. It's not just history, it's geography, it's economics, it's all of that. Science, I give it about a 2, because honestly, that was the easiest section I took on the exam. The science part was not that bad at all, like at all. If you take the time out to just study and look over things that you learned in the past, like in junior high and high school and all that, you're fine. Fine arts is definitely a 3. It's kind of like the ELAR. Since it has theater, music, and art, it was kind of like matter of fact, straight to the point, like vocabulary words you have to know. So ELAR and fine arts was kind of like on the same level. The resource that I used for the content exam was the big yellow book that our school gave to us for free. I will drop a link down in the description box so you can kind of check it out. Maybe you want to buy it. It helped out a lot. Like, I had to study that book like to the T. I had to dissect it, re-dissect it, reform it, all that, just to pass that test. So it was really helpful. It was a lot of information in that book that was very relative to the exam. Alright, so some advice I have for the content exam: study, study, study. It took me 5 weeks to study for that exam. Each week I dedicated to one subject. So the first week was ELAR, the second week was mathematics, the third week was social studies, and then, so on and so on and so on. It was very, very intense. This test is not easy. For me, it was not easy, and I passed everything on the first try. I struggled in the past with math and a little bit of science and a little bit of fine arts, but I ended up passing anyway, and I also prayed. So this is like a testimony, because in the past I struggled with taking like the tax test, the STAR test. So I was scared to take the content, because I'm like, I'm not a horrible test taker, but I also doubt myself a lot. So I was nervous. I was like, yo, I don't like tax tests and tests like that because it just brings up too much anxiety. But honestly, if I can do it, you can do it, you know? And pray. I don't know if you're a believer or not. I am. And if you are, pray. Pray, 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 pray. Have faith. If you are not a believer, consider praying. Consider all of that. Consider, you know, really forming a relationship with God. Like, honestly, that was not me. That was all God when I took that test. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope this video was helpful because these are some of the questions that I really wanted to be answered. Oh yeah, and the test is actually like 267 questions. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any more questions, please comment down below. If not, yo, good luck. I'm gonna pray for y'all. Y'all pass this test. Yeah, and good luck. I love y'all. May God bless y'all, and I'm out.